Is Monzo Bank in peril? Could I speak in any more false a way? Who knows? However, I would love to see Monzo succeed, and I don't plan on taking any drastic action to move my money out in a hurry. This is the first video I'm actually going to make where I've pre-written a blog post on my website, and as I was writing it, I figured the information would actually be useful spoken on camera for the YouTube community. So I'm just going to read through my article. It's nice to make myself sound like an important journalist, so there is something published online, but basically this is just my opinions on the recent news that Monzo experienced large losses between 2019 and 2020. I've been banking with Monzo for nearly 3 years. When I first learned about the new mobile banking platform, I was interested in testing out a few features. These were, in no particular order, easily viewable transactions, including notifications directly to my Apple Watch whenever I made a purchase, or whenever Sean made a purchase on our joint account. It proved very useful to have an easy to read visual in my pocket, letting me know where and on what I'd been spending. The search feature was also great if I wanted to see just how much money I've given to McDonald's over over however many visits. For your information, it's way too much money and way too many visits. Maybe need to work on that. Monzo Pots are also great. I use this feature heavily when saving for short and medium term goals, such as a new piece of camera equipment or preparing for Christmas. Monzo Pots are like mini savings account within your main current account. Moving money in and out of pots is simple, and I can clearly see how much money I have in each pot without having to log in and out of different banking apps. I've done a video on how to set up and use Monzo Pots previously, which I'll link to in the description. It's just a little look at how this system works for prospective customers. Another handy feature is the auto roundups, which rounds up the change of any transaction up to the pound and places it in a pot of my choice. Sean and I have a joint account for the dog, which we use for his food, pet insurance, toys, anything that he might need, so that we know that we're paying an equal amount for the dog because he has a joint venture. But using the roundup feature on Morty's account, which we've entitled Morty's Mind Blowers, has allowed us to gradually save over £100 without thought or action, which we've agreed to spend on something nice for the both of us. Initially, we thought we'd spend it on a cruise if we ever amassed £2,000, but I think it's taken us quite a while to get £100, so we're actually just going to spend it on a tent, which is a different kind of holiday, but it'll be enjoyable nonetheless. And perhaps most importantly, the card looks nice. If you watch this channel, which you really should, I make personal finance videos on YouTube, and I've covered Monzo on numerous occasions. While I use the app on a daily basis, I wouldn't consider myself a fan. I don't have any allegiance to Monzo as a company. My banking decisions are based solely on what works best for me. While I've had a great experience with Monzo up to now, I will admit that the recent news of the losses in revenue for 2019-2020 do have me concerned as a consumer. In an article that I read on Which, the author explains that Monzo experienced losses after tax reaching 113.8 million in 2019-20, which is more than double than that of the year before. Is this a warning sign of a failing entity? Monzo have recently released their Monzo Plus paid subscription that offers users more in-depth features for a monthly fee of £5. I've not taken Monzo up on that offer because I don't find any of those features useful for me personally, but it could help the company turn things around a bit as they're getting customers giving them that £5 monthly subscription, which obviously means that they'll be increasing their revenue going forward. This is all just my opinion. I'm not a financial analyst or somebody who's particularly in the know when it comes to the successes and failures of large businesses. As a customer, I can say that I would be sad to see Monzo cease to exist. However, I'm not about to go down with the ship, and I would be more than happy to revert back to a traditional banking system if it means that my money is more secure. In the interest of transparency, I am a Monzo investor. I bought around £40 worth of Monzo shares during a crowdfunding round in 2018. I'm not very heavily invested in the company, and my tiny little stake would never sway any advice that I would give to people who watch this channel. If I considered it more suitable for me to go back to the traditional banks, I wouldn't hesitate to do so if I thought Monzo wasn't going to be around for the long term. However, I would love to see Monzo succeed, and I don't plan on taking any drastic action to move my money out in a hurry, but I will be keeping a close eye on this situation, and as it progresses, if I hear anything else, I'll let you guys know. Thank you for watching. I hope that you got something from this video. You can find my website at www.ollyrosaphoto.com. You can follow me on Instagram at ollyrosaphoto, Twitter at ollyrossa, and I also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/ollyrossa. I'm not asking you to subscribe to that. The one and only tier that I've got on Patreon is entitled Your Money Would Be Better Off in a Savings Account, which is true, but now that making these videos is starting to take a lot more time, effort, and money with the setup that I've got, I figure if you get something out of those and you would like to support this channel, you can do so at Patreon. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll speak to you next time.